Honestly, I don't, because I don't want to hear their mouth. I know hearsay is inadmissible, but I don't want to hear it. So I'm out of the roadway. I'm fine.
We did not. We have everything on there.
I know.
We didn't say anything.
I'm going by what she said. I need your identification.
No, sir.
I didn't know. I'm not from there. I'm a tourist.
Well, I'm telling you.
So I see something that's interesting to me, and I'm
we're
recording
trying
it.
to justify ourselves.
Now you're giving him directives to get out of the car? Wow. Hanson's britches are a little bit bigger than her stripes.
Blue lights flash a half circle of officers' forms, and one cop insists an openly carried rifle is a misdemeanor before anyone can even say Second Amendment. Today's footage shows how a single well-informed citizen turns Show Me Your ID into a classroom on state statutes, easements, and the Bill of Rights, leaving the entire shift shaking hands on the way out.
Y'all, hopefully this wind chills out. But if I don't think y'all can see them, but they are huddled up right here. Every security guard that works for this place is huddled up right here, trying to figure out who's gonna come say something to me. I'm friendly, guys. Just come talk to me. I won't bite unless I'm told to, but that's on my OnlyFans. Awesome. That's great. You got a body cam roller? There's no body cam on you at all. Is there a dash cam on your car? I don't want to talk to you.
I got back in
Okay.
just a second.
Do they have body cams?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'd much rather talk to them because my life ain't safe with you right now.
Really?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. Not unless you have body cam, because somehow, some way, footage gets deleted, and I don't want that.
Well, you got a camera up there.
I do, but sometimes these get deleted too.
Okay.
So
Stepping just off the roadway just a little
I don't want to step on their property unless you got written consent that I'm allowed right here from them.
You're allowed right here. You got me on video. You're allowed right here.
I'm fine where I'm at, brother.
Really?
I'm fine. Honestly, I don't, because I don't want to hear their mouth. I know hearsay is inadmissible, but I don't want to hear it. So I'm out of the roadway.
Okay.
I'm fine. Can I have your name?
Lieutenant Handy.
Lieutenant Handy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Badge number?
We don't have badge numbers. I got an employee number.
Can I have that number?
Yeah. 3016.
Thank you.
What's going on there? Y'all from here?
I didn't call, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just out here enjoying the sun, brother.
Okay.
I'm assuming this crowd of people here call. Y'all might want to go talk to them. I think we should go talk to them, honestly, because I didn't call you.
No, this officer's got a body cam.
Okay.
What's back? Well, the only reason I say that about the road is because I wear a yellow vest on the traffic all the time.
Uh-huh.
Man, that will run all over me.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have a license siren on there run all over me.
You know, people just can't drive these days. Oh, there's a lot of y'all.
Small town, man.
It is. There's a lot of y'all. But I want everybody on the same side of me. So I'm going to come to the top side of you because I don't like being flanked. So I'm going to come to the top side of you. If you don't mind there. I appreciate that, partner. How you doing? Oh, I'm all right. It's a whole lot of y'all. I'm going to go take part in this conversation right here. How we doing, fellas? What we talking about today? Can I have everybody's name here?
Sure, Officer Parsons.
Okay. I can't hear you. Thank you. Where's the other one? There he is. You insist on standing behind me. Nice to meet you. They called y'all.
Yes, sir.
They did. What's this about here?
Thought you're going armed and terrorizing people.
I'm terrorizing people?
Yeah. Someone up armed in a parking lot.
That's funny, right?
No.
Come on, it's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Come on, laugh. That's funny, right? Come on, laugh with me. That's funny.
It is what it is.
I know it, man. Well, they're standing right down there if I want to go talk to them.
That's private property. You can't go down there.
Y'all got jurisdiction there. I didn't call.
Oh, I understand.
So I just don't understand what all this is about.
So are you parked somewhere?
Are you trying to identify me by running my tag? Just answer the question. If it's yes, just say yes.
So carrying a rifle on the street or highway, right, is a crime. It's going armed to the terror of the people.
Really?
It is.
It-
It's a misdemeanor crime.
Does that go against the Second Amendment that says I'm allowed to open carry in a public accessible area? Because I did the land guard survey. I know I'm on public property. I stay well within the easement.
So public property is you're going armed to the terror of the people. That is a misdemeanor crime.
Because
A
This is a Second Amendment protected activity. I'm an open carry.
I'm the biggest Second Amendment supporter you ever meet.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's open carry, right?
It is.
Is this open?
But a rifle.
Is this open?
It is, but a rifle.
Is this open?
But a rifle is going off to the stairs.
That's open carry. I've checked every state law. I've checked statutes. I've checked city ordinances. Nothing against long carry of open rifles unless I have to be 18 and legally able to possess this firearm, which I'm both. I'm not a felon. I'm not a convicted felon unless you suspect me of being one. Didn't y'all suspect me of being a felon? There's no crime being committed. I didn't call y'all. Am I being detained by any of y'all right now? Can anybody verbally tell me if I'm being detained? Any detainment going on here? None.
And we're just talking.
And I get that, but I just don't appreciate this guy telling me that carrying, which is permitted by the Second Amendment here in this state, is a misdemeanor. That you can't supersede the Constitution. I don't want to argue. Well, I told them when they showed up, I didn't call y'all. I was hoping I didn't see y'all personally. Those people right there did. And I get it. They called because of their lack of understanding. I was never on their property. I was well within the easement. I got between 18 and 33 feet from the center line of the road. I was well within the easement.
Most of what you're on right now is private property.
Is this road private?
Yes.
This road is public. I can show you the survey right now.
It belongs, most of this property.
That road going that way belongs to them. I've already checked the land guide survey. It was updated in 2021. This is public. I don't want to argue with you. I'm just letting you know that you said this is private. I just want to correct you and say this is private. That's private. The only reason I'm standing here is because I have verbal consent from this officer that I can step here out of the roadway. The only reason I'm standing right here right now. This is public. I can show. Would you like to see the land guide survey? Pleasure talking to all of y'all. Thank you for coming out and being professional. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad everybody here is professional. Thank you.
Sorry, COVID.
COVID, Ebo, my man, Ebo. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm gonna go dap my man up here. Again, thank y'all for everything. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and pound you because I'm gonna get out of here, partner. Thank y'all for coming out, all right? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. I wish y'all would have came and talked to me, man. I get it, though. Thank y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all are great. Y'all did your job. Y'all did what you're supposed to do. Everything's good here.
Have a good day, bud.
Yes, sir. I will. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
This is... Oh, and who said first? The Second Amendment audit. Yes, that's me. I do those. First and second. It's all educational. That's all it is. I'm sorry. Come on. I'm sorry.
Rights aren't granted by officers. They're limited only by law. When badges bluff about carry rules, trespass, or being detained, ask for the statute, cite the Constitution, and keep recording. The clearer you are on your First and Second Amendment, footing the faster shaky accusations collapse into a polite, "Have a good day, sir." Ready to see those rights tested on campus turf. Let's head to the quad and watch free speech clash with fragile feelings in real time. Officers swarm a college quad after one student claims a street preacher told her she'd burn in hell. What follows is a constitutional tug-of-war. A lieutenant threatens arrest for public disturbance, the preacher counters, with exact Supreme Court language on free speech, and the cops pivot to, "We just need your ID for paperwork." The speaker refuses, citing the Fourth Amendment's no ID without crime rule, and after 15 tense minutes, the badge brigade retreats empty-handed.
Hi, sir.
Good, how you doing?
I got a complaint that you're creating a public disturbance by what you said to the young lady.
No, sir.
See your ID.
No, sir. We did not. We have everything on there.
I know.
We didn't say anything.
I'm going by what she said.
No,
I need your identification.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
We have freedom of speech.
Okay, come over to the car. You're
Yes,
under
sir.
arrest.
I am actually.
You're under arrest.
Let me talk to you 1 second just so I can get the...
Yeah, sir. Are you his
Yeah.
superior
Let me
officer?
talk to you for 1 second.
Yeah, the First Amendment. You cannot do
I understand.
this.
And
You will have a lawsuit on your hands.
I'm not worried about
Go
this.
talk.
Why
You
am I
should
not
be.
worried about- I
You
am
should
not
be
worried
worried. You're
about
on
this.
film, and we have all the evidence. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Cops who don't know the law. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And so we are street preachers. We have every right to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Are you still arresting me, sir?
I'd like to get your side of the story, unless you don't want
Well, we
to
have
talk
it
to
on
me.
film. We can
I would like
certainly...
to get your side of the story of what happened when the young lady walked by. Did you tell her she was going to burn in hell?
No, we talked to her and said We asked her if she believes in Jesus Christ. She said she's Roman Catholic. And by the freedom of speech that we have to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Did you tell her that she's
But
gonna
you know
burn in hell?
something? We have.
I'm just asking.
We
did you
said
tell her
we
you were
say
gonna burn in
that
hell?
people. It doesn't matter. Even if
Yes,
I
it
did.
does.
No, it
If
does
she's just
not, officer.
walking
You do
by,
not
if
understand the
she's
First
walking by,
Amendment.
I
You do
understand.
not understand the First Amendment.
But when you're
You do
causing
not have a
alarm,
right to
when you're
dictate
causing
to
alarm,
me.
that's what
When
happens, sir.
you do
When
not
you're
have a right to
causing
dictate.
alarm,
We
that's
are
what happens,
preaching
sir.
the
So
gospel of
she's
Jesus
walking
Christ,
by,
and the
minding
gospel
her-
of Jesus
she's
Christ
minding her
says
own business.
very clearly. We talk to people by preaching the
I
gospel
know.
of
I
Jesus
was
Christ.
actually standing
And
there
you
with
do
my
not.
Slurpee.
We have it
I was
all here on
standing over
evidence,
the- I was
and
standing
you
there
will
the
go ahead
first
and
time.
arrest me then.
The
Go
first
ahead and
time
arrest
I'm
me for
standing
First
here with my-
Amendment.
the
Go
first time
ahead
I'm
and arrest
standing
me
there with my-
for the First Amendment. We have the right to
first time I
proclaim
was
the
standing there
gospel
drinking
of
my
Jesus
Slurpee.
Is it
Christ.
possible to see the video?
You're not going to listen.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yes, it is. So, no, I will have to stop
Would
it.
we be okay with that? With seeing the video?
No, I'm not okay with that right now because I have it filming right now. But I mean, if you arrest me, we'll certainly use that for evidence.
we
but
didn't
we
say
did
anything like
nothing.
that. We're
Well, he
just
said
asking a
he
question.
started to put
I
his
was going to
hand
write you an
on his.
infraction because I feel I had
No,
enough
you have
for
no. You
creating
have
a public
nothing. You
disturbance.
do not have a
I am
right
going
to
by
do
that
that.
young
First
lady
Amendment
because I
says
remember
because
the
we
first
preach the
time-
gospel
the
of
first
Jesus
time-
Christ, and the gospel of Jesus Christ says that if you are dead in your trespasses and sins, you are going to go to hell, sir. That includes you.
And drowning
That
in your
includes
own
the.
blood.
What's that?
And drowning
Where
in
does
your
it say
own
that?
blood. And drowning in your
What
own
are you
blood. My
talking about?
mother's told me that.
What's that?
My mom has told me
See,
that.
you are
Who's
an
devout
officer.
Catholic.
You are an
Who's
officer. You
devout
do
Catholic.
not have a right. You are hindering me now.
I'm
As
biased.
witnesses,
I'm biased.
this man
I'm
is now.
actually
You
not
are a
biased.
representation
I am
of the
biased.
state.
I am
You can
biased.
leave now. This is
I
a
am
public.
biased. I am
Hey,
biased.
do you see this man?
I
He is
am
out of
biased.
control.
Officer Gibbs.
Yes. Go talk to other people because you are absolutely
Back
out
in
of
a
your
minute.
realm.
Back in a minute.
You are out of your
Back
realm.
in a minute.
Thank you, officers. I appreciate you for protecting us from a man who does not, an officer who does not understand the law.
Sir,
Thank you.
give me 1 second.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're going to take you into custody like handcuffs.
Oh yeah, he will have a lawsuit on his hands. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
Sergeant Ryan. Just got out here, so sounds like maybe a woman was offended by something you said.
Maybe so, but the point of the First Amendment is that we have the right that sometimes.
I know what the First Amendment is.
Okay, very good.
I'm not suggesting that you don't have the right to be here.
Very good. Of course not.
If we get a complaint, as you know, this isn't the first time we've been down here while you guys have been
Sure.
here. So we need to figure out how we're going to rectify the situation because,
Rectify what situation?
well, the woman was concerned. Okay.
About what?
And
We didn't approach her. We didn't approach her. We say to anybody that's walking by, if you're not in Christ, you're dead in your trespasses and sins.
How do you know that
and
people aren't in Christ?
What's that?
How do you know that she's not?
They tell me. They tell me. But it doesn't even matter. The First Amendment does not rest upon people's agreement with my free speech. You understand that? If you look at the constitutional law and various court decisions in the Supreme Court, my right to proclaim in a public area is, it's not absolute. I can't yell fire in a theater, but I can preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. And part of being a Christian is that if somebody's telling me that they don't believe or whatever, I can say to them that if you're going to die in your trespasses and your sins, the Bible clearly says that a person will go to hell if they don't have faith in Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So, you may not like it, sir, but it is still true.
That's nobody's suggesting that it's not true.
So
okay?
I hope that I'm glad, thank you for taking time because that officer is certainly unhinged and he does not know the law. And he was ready to put his hands on me and I appreciate that you guys intervened.
Here's the thing. We're on a college campus. If we get a call, we have to come.
Yeah,
right? You
fair
know
enough.
that. Just like
I've had the
New
police.
Britain,
Yeah,
or if you're
right.
in
I've had the police call on me
Meriden,
so many times for my First Amendment
we get a
rights.
call. We get a call,
I understand.
and I don't have to tell you. You're in an environment where people don't necessarily believe what you're saying.
Of course not.
They don't have to believe what you're saying.
Yeah, of course.
You don't have to believe what they're saying
Exactly.
because you guys have had. I've been out here. You guys have had plenty of dialogues,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
And that's the great thing about the U.S. We can agree to disagree. We can disagree.
Exactly.
We could do whatever.
Yes.
And it'd be pretty boring if we all believed.
Yeah,
the same
and
things,
people
right?
will often use governmental force to try to suppress other people's freedom of speech, and that's the instance here, is that she made false accusations against us. If you arrest me, then I would use that as evidence to show that even still, we are Christians. We believe in what the Scripture says. But there are people that have the First Amendment right to say pretty much anything that they want. We don't have those laws.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know.
Yeah.
The things that are said to us are protected by First Amendment as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's something that we deal with as police officers as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're not the only one that
Yeah.
deals with that, right?
Well, thank you. I appreciate you doing your job.
I recognize that, you know.
Yeah, thank you so much. And what's your name?
Officer Ryan, or Sergeant Ryan.
And your badge number?
11.
11. And what's
Yep.
your name? Officer, what's your name?
My card, sir.
What's your name and your badge number? This guy's a little unhinged. He makes me very nervous. I'm just saying, he makes me nervous. He has a gun. He makes me very nervous. This is a very strange man.
He's got his business card.
There's your business card. It has his name.
I don't want your business. Well, yeah, you know, actually, I do. If you do anything further, if you, what
I got
case?
a case number for this too.
For a case number?
Yeah.
Why? Because am I under arrest?
I'll give you a case number.
Am I under arrest?
I'm documenting.
Am I under arrest?
You're not under arrest.
Okay, then why is there a case number?
I'm going to write something up on it. Do you want it?
No.
Okay.
It has nothing to do,
You
because
have
I've done
my name
nothing
and
wrong.
badge number?
I've done nothing wrong.
You're good.
This man's a little, he's a little unhinged. He makes me very nervous. He's intimidating. Yeah, well, he needs to be respectful. He's laughing. He has a gun. He's a very intimidating man. He seems mentally unstable, to tell you the truth, and he makes me very nervous.
I understand what you're saying, but
I know
the
you
way
do.
you're saying it.
No, because I'm afraid of a man with a gun who I believe is
obviously,
unstable.
Nothing's going to be.
Well, he started to
done
put his
you.
hands on me. I appreciate that. And you know, you guys are reasonable, and that's why you're keeping him away, because he's something's not right.
You know, in the future, if we could just keep things civil,
of course,
just try to keep things respectful.
Of course,
and
that
as
is
long
respectful.
as they're respecting you and you're respecting them,
Of course.
there should be no.
See, there we go, officer. There's a good example of what we put up with. Thank you, son.
Don't give him any
Thank you, son.
attention.
That's how you sound. What's that? Oh, I did not use any profanity. I did not use any profanity. Diaz, yeah, go away. Thank you, officer. I appreciate that.
So what's your first name?
I don't need to give you my name.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I gave you my name.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. But I don't need to give you. I've not done anything wrong. I don't need to give you any information.
Okay. Well, as a general rule, we identify everybody we deal
That's
with.
fine.
That's
That's
for
a nice rule.
your protection.
Take care.
As well.
Go get some help. Go get some counseling, sir.
So he's going to go.
So why won't you cooperate with us? Just give us.
I'm not cooperating because I've done nothing wrong.
Can I just explain what's going on with him?
Yeah, that would be really good to know.
He has a female complainant, okay, based on this whole burn in hell statement.
That a person.
Would you mind if I finish?
Oh no, go ahead. Yep.
That she's alleging you said to her multiple times. I don't know whether or not that's true or not. I just got here.
But if I did say that, it doesn't matter.
Let me finish.
But that's a good question.
Right, but let me finish where she's going with this. So we just show up as a third party.
Yeah, I understand.
She wants to make a complaint.
Right.
You are right that various speech is protected under the First Amendment.
Yep.
Understood.
Yep, very good.
Understood, right? But when someone calls the police, we still have an obligation to go,
Sure.
whether or not,
Fair enough.
whether
I
or
get
not
that.
the alleged act is protected under
Fair
the
enough.
Constitution.
I understand that, sir.
So, to kind of circumvent what was going on and kind of ease the situation, bring a little peace to the campus.
Yeah, de-escalate.
Right?
Yeah.
We still have to service her complaints. So we have to understand it more.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to, sometimes, contact the court and say, hey, this is what we were presented with. The problem lies that if we don't know who you are, right, then how do we sort that whole
Well,
thing
I've
out?
talked to officers in other times in other places. I gave an officer last week one of my brochures.
Yeah.
So, he has my email address. People
But that's not
generally
us. I
know
don't
me.
know who's that officer.
But I don't know. But
You have a brochure now?
here's the question. Here's the question, though.
Yeah.
Even if I did say, which I do not allege that I said anything that is beyond my freedom of speech, even if I did say to a person what she alleges that I said, you're going to burn in hell forever, you have no authority or right to say that I cannot say such things to people.
Yeah, I didn't say we did.
So what's the problem?
Just asking
We're not
for
the
your
babies.
name.
If someone complains, we have to come and investigate.
Yeah.
We're not saying that you can't
Yeah.
say you can burn in hell.
Okay.
We're not,
And you've done your
that's not-
investigation.
No, we actually haven't.
Okay, what's your
Haven't yet.
investigation?
We haven't finished because we have to identify all parties involved. That's
Not
just
at
like
all.
If
I have not
for
done
a
it.
traffic stop.
No,
right?
this is very different than a traffic. Am I being detained?
No,
Okay,
you're not
so
being detained.
when you stop somebody with a car, you are detaining them, right?
Here's the thing,
Do
sir.
you understand? Am I
Yeah,
correct
we're
in
not here
that?
for a law lesson. We're here just to talk with you.
I know, but you just
We
used
wouldn't
an
have come,
illustration.
we would not have come here had we not got a complaint. You understand that,
Oh, of
right?
course, people complain all the
We
time.
knew you were here,
Mhm,
right? Because
sure.
we had someone call in and we said he's legal to be there.
Mhm.
You didn't see us hanging out here and
Mhm.
bothering you, right?
No, you guys are
we
reasonable.
We didn't do
Yeah,
do anything.
you guys
We're
are
here
perfectly
because somebody
reasonable.
complained,
Yeah.
and our responsibility to our students
Mhm.
is that when they make a complaint, whether against you or another student or a faculty member,
Mhm.
is to rectify the situation and try to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. This isn't your first time here.
No, I
You know-
graduated from here actually
You
many
know,
years ago.
you know that you've got plenty of students who either agree or disagree with you.
Mhm.
This isn't like some epiphany that we're learning this today,
Right,
right? Like I've been down here when kids have been yelling and doing all the things, and we just
Sure.
watched it happen.
Right.
But like at the end of the day, it makes it much easier if we can just identify you and be like, he's all set and be done. Like we're not trying to cause problems for you.
No,
In
I
fact,
understand.
we've never caused
I
problems
guess
for you.
I am
We've
being a
kept
little
you
bit.
safe by being here,
You
right?
you have.
When
Yeah.
we've had officers here when students are in your face and they're screaming and they're being silly and they're
Yep.
acting a fool.
Yep.
We're here to keep you safe,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
So at the end of the day, we're just doing our job.
Yep, I understand.
We're not telling you can't say you're going to burn in hell, because if that's what you believe
Right.
and that's what the scripture tells you, then that's what you believe and the scripture tells you.
Right.
It doesn't mean that everybody believes.
Right,
it,
we
you
know that, of course.
Like,
of
so-
course. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
If I believed it, there would
Yeah,
be no reason.
right? Like I told you before,
Yeah.
though, if we all believe the same things, it'd be a pretty boring world,
Yeah,
right?
fair
If everybody
enough.
looked the same and acted the same and believed the same things, then
Yeah,
we'd look like a bunch of robots running around here, right?
sure.
There would be no uniqueness, no nothing. So again, we're not trying to cause you any problems, but you make our lives a little easier when I can just say, yep, I spoke to John Smith, and
Then you could
he's
call me
all
John
set.
Smith.
Well, that's an example, and you knew it
I
was
know.
an example.
You could call me. But I don't. I guess
I
I'm
can't
being.
call you John Smith. I
I'm
don't
being.
think it really
I'm being
works that way.
stubborn here.
Yeah, you're just being
because
uncooperative, that's
what's I am being uncooperative because I've done nothing wrong, and
We're not saying you did.
yeah, I know you're
We
not,
explained
but
to
I
you
don't
why
need to
we're
give
here.
you my
Oh,
ID.
we have a
As
responsibility.
far as I understand.
we have a responsibility to document when we talk to people.
You could call me John Doe.
Whether we agree, disagree,
Call me evangelist.
or whatever, or if we're protecting you or we're protecting
Mm-hmm.
someone else. We have a responsibility to identify.
Yeah, but I don't have a
parties
responsibility to give you my name. Right? Do I understand
Appreciate
that?
your-
Yeah, thank you. I'm not trying to be belligerent or anything,
You're
but
not being
you know.
belligerent. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just trying to cooperate. You
I appreciate
We're
it,
just doing our
and I
job
have
and you're doing your
cooperated.
thing.
Except I just don't want to tell you my name, just because I don't believe I've
Why'd you
done
do
anything
something
wrong.
wrong?
No, exactly.
Why wouldn't you?
Why? Well, that's a very.
You didn't do anything
It's
wrong.
a,
Why
it's
not
a kind
share
of a
your name?
manipulative way of saying that. I am innocent,
Sure.
so why should I tell you anything?
Why not? Just because we're two citizens.
No, because
talking?
you are not citizens. You have a
Not.
gun. You are an officer. This is a big mistake that police make. You try to say that you are just Joe Citizen. You are not. You all have guns. You have a responsibility, right? You are not just Joe Citizen.
Good to see you again.
Suspicious is not a statute. If officers can't name the crime, you don't owe the ID. Stay calm, ask if you're detained, and record everything, because the surest way to beat an ego-driven stop is to make it a civics lesson on camera. Now let's see how that rule stands up on one of the busiest sidewalks on Earth. A tourist with a camera steps onto a New York City sidewalk to photograph ferries and is instantly told his lens has become a Homeland Security issue. Officers demand ID claim sidewalk filming is a misdemeanor and even suggest he was last week's bomb threat caller. Watch how calmly citing the Fourth and First Amendments turns the show me your papers moment into an on-the-spot civics class.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good morning. How are you?
What's going on this morning?
Can I get your name and badge number first?
Sure.
Please? You take a step back. You're too close.
Can I get your identification, please?
Why?
Why? Because you're taking pictures of a federal terminal, which is a Homeland Security issue.
Are you Homeland Security?
Yes.
Seems like you're
Yep.
a regular police department.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with
Homeland
exercising
Security
my
is done by
Amendment.
everybody. It's done
Is-
by everybody. It's the Homeland Security.
Is it a crime
Right.
to exercise my rights on the public sidewalk?
What? To take pictures of a federal
From the public sidewalk.
transportation terminal is, yes.
From the public
Is it-
sidewalk.
I'm asking for your identification so we can.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I'm not. I'm asking for your identification
And I'm
so
declining.
we know who you are, so we can investigate
David.
this further. What's that?
I'm Dave. You didn't want to identify yourself.
I just gave you my name. My name is right here, and my
What if I
badge number
couldn't-
is right here. I told you.
Respectfully, sir, I'm not trying to argue with you, but what if I couldn't read?
What if you can read? My name is Reed. R-E-E-D. My badge number is 4861.
Thank you. It's just
Is
about
that-
being
Is that
professional.
okay?
Yeah, because you
That's
never
professional,
people you come
right?
across.
And I'm asking you for your identification now.
What I'm saying is, people that you come, I'm sure you come across a lot of people.
Right.
You can't assume that everybody can read.
Okay, I got your
So
point.
to
And then
verbalize it,
I got your point,
it's
and I just
courteous
told
and
you.
professional.
You need to understand that there was a bomb threat here last week.
I didn't know. I'm not from here. I'm a tourist.
Well, I'm telling you.
So I see something
Well,
that's interesting to me, and I'm
We're
recording
trying
it.
to justify
advising
ourselves.
you that there was a bomb threat here last week.
I'm
You
sorry to hear that.
Harassing.
Harassing?
They said that you were harassing
gotta
them
be-
over there. All right.
You got to investigate.
I'm asking. That's why I'm talking to you.
Okay.
So
It seems
there's
like
a bomb
you're-
threat. You were over there talking to the
I didn't say anything to
employees.
anybody. I have everything on camera.
I don't know what you're doing. That's why I'm
Exactly,
trying to
so-
figure out what's going on.
Okay,
We're
it
just
seems-
asking.
you're saying
We're
that
just asking for your identification so we know who you are.
The only reason
in case
why-
something
I'm gonna take a
happens
step
in the
back.
future. Sure.
The only reason why I give identification is if you suspect me of committing a crime. Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
No,
You don't know yet.
Sidewalk
You
right
might.
now, but
So then
You might. We
so
want to
investigate.
identify you in case something
Investigate.
happens. What's that?
Investigate, because I don't
We
give
are
my ID.
investigating, and part of our investigation is to
He's
get your
talking to you.
identification.
Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I committed a crime, in committing a crime, or about to commit a crime?
Yes.
What crime?
What's that?
What crime do you? Are you?
You're taking video, which
I'm
might
exercising my-
might lead to some type of terrorist act, right? That's we don't
No,
know.
you're
We don't know
stretching.
that.
I'm with my
How
family.
do you know that?
I'm with my. I just told you know how you don't know that because I told you I've never been here. I'm a tourist. I'm with my family. This is interesting, so
You know,
I took a picture
and just okay
from the public
to,
sidewalk.
to take your
Listen, I just want to
like
cut
you.
this. I want to make this simple. Can we make this simple?
Sure. Just like you
Can
were
we-
trying to articulate that not everybody knows how to read and write, right?
Well, you
I'm
should
trying
know
to
that. That should be
articulate
your- go ahead.
that we have no idea exactly what
And this
your
is why you
intentions are.
investigate. This is why you
Right.
investigate.
We are
You see me
investigating.
with-
Part of our investigation
you
is
see me
to
with my
ask for your
family's kids,
identification.
right?
Why we're talking to you.
Okay.
Exactly.
You said first you accused me of harassing. Harassment is a repetitive
said that-
option.
okay,
It's a repetitive
sir.
action.
That's what they told
I didn't
me.
say
That's
nothing
why
to
I'm
them.
talking to you to figure out what
Okay.
the deal
And I
is.
told you I have everything on camera. I didn't say
That's
nothing
fine.
to them.
Okay. Can we
Okay.
see what was on camera then? You don't have to. I mean, I just
You
want
don't have to take my word because I told you I didn't say anything to them. Me taking
They're
pictures.
saying that you
listen,
were talking to
listen.
them. That's the thing is, I'm
after,
in two different
after
stories.
after they started talking to me, I didn't initiate contact. They initiated contact with me.
So you guys are. So
So
you
if
were
anything,
talking to
if
each other
anything,
at
they're
some point.
harassing me.
You're on their private property.
The public. This is a public sidewalk.
This is public, yes.
So
but
what's that right
over
there? That's not a public sidewalk.
So where were you exactly?
On the public sidewalk.
Where?
On the
that
public
side?
sidewalk.
Okay, that doesn't describe where you are. Where
Regardless,
on the sidewalk?
that's public access.
Okay.
That's public access. That's open to the public. That's public access. Is that
Listen,
not public access? Is
I'm-
that not an
You're
easement?
making something harder.
Let
It
me ask
doesn't
you a
have to be
question.
that
I just want to
difficult
ask you
right
one
now.
question. Is that not a public easement?
This is public, yes. But
Exactly.
were you on their property? That's what they
I
told
stepped
us.
on their
You were
property.
on
They
their
asked me to
property.
leave. I left.
Okay, so
I
you were
want to
on
go-
their, so
I
we
want-
established
listen.
you were on their property.
I went. I took
filming the ferry.
No, I wasn't filming. I took 2 steps on. Regardless, in order to trespass me, you have to ask me
We're
to
not
leave.
trespassing
Listen,
you. We're just
I'm-
trying to figure out what the deal is.
And I'm
That's
telling
it.
you, it's simple. I was taking pictures on the public sidewalk. They didn't like it.
Okay.
I have a First Amendment right. It's a protected
have a-
activity.
yeah, absolutely.
So I don't understand
I'm all
why.
about your First
Listen,
Amendment right, but-
listen. So you need to educate them. That's it.
Well, I'm trying to educate you too. This it's a federal terminal.
Okay.
So we're just
there's a bomb threat last week. There's
It's
stuff
as
that goes
simple,
on here.
it's as
sorry,
simple
but-
as you showing your identification. We say thank you very much, sir, and you're on your way.
You know why?
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't-
Just in case something happens
told you
later,
my
we
name
have
is-
an ID.
I told you my name is David. You see my face. They took a picture of me. I'm with my
this-
family, right?
What
What about that? Let's keep
asking
it
for
simple.
identification. Right.
All you have to do is
let's
educate
keep
them.
this simple. Exactly.
Listen.
Let's keep this simple.
Educate them. Listen, he's a citizen on the public sidewalk, exercising his First Amendment right,
They know
which
that.
is a protected activity.
They know that. That's
So
why. That's why you're. That's why nothing. That's why nothing is happening right now except for us trying to get your name. That's all.
And I told you my name, David.
Okay. Well, can you if you show me your identification
I just
again?
told you already.
Well, you're on your way.
Sir,
I don't
I told you
understand
already.
what the problem is. Just like you're. You know,
because I don't show ID unless you suspect me of committing a crime. Me exercising my First Amendment right is not a crime. Photography is not a crime, no matter how they feel.
Okay.
You're not a feelings enforcer, you're a law enforcer. So you tell them, listen, he has a First Amendment right that you guys took an oath, swore to protect.
Okay, but when, like I
There's
said,
no
we're
but.
investigating.
We're investigating.
I stepped
what
on to go
might
speak to a supervisor. They asked me to leave. I left.
Okay, that's fine. But
Period.
you still, at one point, were on their property and you were filming the ferry.
I wasn't
That's
filming
it.
when I went on their property.
See, I don't. Well, that's why I'm talking to you.
And
I
I'm
gotta
telling
figure
you.
out what the story is. That's your story.
Okay.
They
That's
have a
still
story
public
too.
access.
They still. You have a story. They have a story.
Sir, that's public access.
Okay. But
there's people with, you know how many cars right now have cameras and dash cams?
no, probably a ton of them.
Exactly.
And
So
your
what's the
cameras
problem?
are- Nothing. It's just I told you.
I think
They're
this
worried about it
conversation is over. There's
okay,
nothing to
that's
worry
fine.
about.
If you don't want to talk anymore, that's fine. But
I don't even have your
I'm trying to explain to
identification
you
number.
what
You didn't even
happened.
identify yourself.
Police Officer Parker.
Okay.
Shield 6708.
Okay. I'm gonna be on my way. All right.
That's
You
fine,
guys
go
have a
ahead.
blessed day. Can I get your name and badge number?
Sure.
Cataletta 7278.
Nice to meet you.
Too.
God bless you guys. All right.
Enjoy
All right,
your,
have a great day. Did you educate them? Let them know that the citizens have a right to record from the public sidewalk.
They know that, but
so I
when
don't
you're on
understand
their
why
property,
you come to me and bother me.
I'm not bothering you. I'm investigating what happened.
There's really nothing to it. I was taking pictures on the public sidewalk. They didn't like it.
Okay.
So you shouldn't enforce feelings. You should.
I'm not forcing
uphold your
feelings.
oath.
I'm.
Please.
How am I not?
Just
You're free to
educate
go.
them.
I'm not
Listen,
saying anything
Of
you're
course,
not
I'm
allowed
not
to
detained.
do.
I don't commit crimes.
Well, that's
Your
why
man is trying to harass me for my ID.
So we're trying to figure out what the deal was.
And
That's it.
I think I've been
It's
more
a federal
than-
terminal.
Who funds the federal government?
Everybody does.
Exactly.
I'm sure you do too.
Exactly. So they're ignorant to our rights. You guys know our rights.
I
So
have
you
to investigate
come-
what's still going on.
I understand.
I have to talk to
I understand.
you.
I
see
hope.
what the deal
I hope
is.
you educated them.
Well, I'm going to talk to them
Please
and
do.
see what they
Please
want to do.
Because this is a tourist town.
Because I'm sure they're not going to want you back on their property.
That's public access. What if I need to take the ferry? That's like
Still
the
a
MTA.
private, it's still a private company.
The MTA is a private.
They can refuse you going on the ferry.
The MTA is a private company, but it's public access, right?
They can refuse.
I'm not
they
sure
can
about the
refuse you to
MTA,
ride
but-
there too.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
MTA. This is
That's fine.
It's a ferry.
Yeah, it's a private business.
That's fine.
They can refuse. Yeah.
But they have to tell you, hey, we want him trespassed. And I'm not going on the property. I don't need to take the ferry. The only reason why I took 2 steps on there was to speak to a supervisor about the guy recording me while I'm eating breakfast. That's it. They said get off the property. I left. I know how to trespass and laws go. You know what I mean?
Trespassing you. We just.
Well, you can't. I'm not
just
on
saying.
their property.
Well, I'm telling you, you were on their property at
For
some
2
point.
seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
They asked me to leave. I left.
And that's fine.
All right, that's fine then.
That's what I'm
it.
saying. So I don't see
So,
the issue.
yeah.
The issue is they don't like that I was taking pictures from the public sidewalk.
But they have the right to do that.
Exactly. That's where you guys come in and educate them. Simple. I didn't know
We
about
wanna
no
talk
bomb
to
threat or
you.
nothing like that. I've never been here. I'm taking pictures.
They're on
They
heightened
didn't
alert
like
because
it.
of
I understand
the
that.
bomb threat last
But
week.
it's always because
So
you
it's-
guys work for the public. It's about being respectful and cordial. Hey, this is
I
what
feel like
happened.
we've
They
been
could come in.
respectful
You
and
see how you
cordial
came
to
up?
you. We're
Yeah.
talking to you.
You say you came up. Hey, listen, there was a bunker here, so they might be on high alert. I understand that.
All right.
But to be yelling and
No, I'm not
cursing,
trying
come
to
on,
yell at
not
you,
you.
nothing.
I'm talking about them.
Oh, okay.
I don't
See,
initiate.
I don't know what. I don't
Listen,
know
I
the
record
whole
in public all the
conversation between
time.
you and
Weren't
them.
here. Just
Listen,
like we don't know what you
and
did.
that's
We
your
don't know what they
investigation. I'm
did.
helping. I'm helping you, right? But I'm not gonna get my ID because I don't commit crimes. You understand? So I tell you my name. I'm David. You clearly see my face.
But the thing,
my
like,
tattoo,
you
so-
understand where we're coming from.
I understand
For all
perfectly.
we were,
I
for
understand
all we
perfectly.
know, you were the one that called last week. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that, but we don't know that, right?
I'm from the Bronx, baby. We don't
Just
do
like,
that.
okay, just like you don't know who I am. I don't know who you are.
Well, you're over
Right,
Serene.
and I identified myself, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I identified
I had to like
No, you
yank it
didn't.
out of you.
I gave it to it. It's right here on my
Yeah,
shirt.
but you want to be courteous. You want to be courteous to people because not everybody can read.
Okay.
You know, right?
Sure.
Just professional. This is my name. This is my badge number. That way, there's no confusion. You know,
See, but
this
why
is
don't?
this.
But again, so common courtesy, right, would be when we're asking you for your identification.
Well, you're a public servant. I'm not a public servant. I'm a private citizen. So it's my choice whether I want to be courteous or not. You had to be courteous. That's your policy. All due respect.
Okay.
You know. I just hope you guys truly honor your oath.
Okay, so
and
you're
just
done
educate
here, right?
them.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm eating breakfast with my family, bro. I just hope you educate them. That's it. And
Talk
have a
to
great day,
them,
okay?
But I'm telling you right now, they're not going to want you on their property.
That's fine.
again.
I'm not from here. I tell you, I'm visiting. I'm touring. That's it.
All right, no, that's
Have a
fine.
great day, okay?
All right, Dave, you too.
Did I get your name?
Shane Parker.
Nice to meet you. God bless you, okay? Have a great day, Officer Reed.
A badge can ask, but without probable cause, it can't compel. Memorize the rights checklist public sidewalk, no expectation of privacy. Ask if you're detained and keep recording. When officers realize you know the script-invented offenses fade, and the camera keeps rolling for the next person who needs the same reminder. Now let's see how that checklist holds up when ego meets flashing lights on the roadside. Watch a routine traffic stop morph into a power trip meltdown. A female officer shoves a bystander for filming, then admits it on camera while her sergeant stares at the ground, refusing to cuff his own deputy. Body cams roll ego's flare, and qualified immunity feels like a shield big enough to hide behind. Until YouTube sees the tape.
What's up, guys?
We don't mind if you guys are around us. I don't really care as long as you guys give us our space.
Don't give me any directives. It's not going to go that way. I know you're used to that. It's not going that way.
I'm just asking you guys to
We understand what we're doing out here, and we know what you guys are doing. Shut up. Don't tell me to stay over there. I'll go over here if I want. Holy hell. Stay over there.
What's your name in your bag? But I need your card. That's part of your policy. Okay, I'll take your card. What's the ticket?
Miss Percy thinks she rules the streets over here when she actually doesn't.
Articulate why the ticket you said. I will give you. Need a card. And I also need a incident number too. So.
27 and I are going to be on the streets. We roll in, we're not.
There's no space rule in the statutes there, officer, so don't do that stuff. You know, as long as I'm not in your personal space, you're good.
Also, as long as you're not obstructing.
Oh, don't start that obstructing bullshit. That's physical, so knock it off. Give me your card. Can I have your card, sir?
Do you know the
Thank you.
lawful definition of obstructing?
I'm not going to be answering your question.
Of course you're
You
not.
don't know the answer.
I'm not going to be answering your question.
Yeah, you don't know the answer to the question, jackass.
You don't have to be so mean. Femininity.
Hey.
That's what you need. You need femininity.
First Amendment. You understand that? Okay. Okay. Not very nice at all, is it? And it's not nice what she's doing too, right? You treat the citizens here with respect.
Than any of these. Then he's if anything, he's supposed to be masculine. He's supposed to be masculine. You're supposed to be in your femininity right now.
When you start respecting the citizens here in Aurora, they'll start respecting you. Until then, it's going to be this way. And it sucks, doesn't it? It sucks for us, too, to be treated like that.
Yeah, so, ma'am, what's your name?
Officer Hanson.
Bag number?
See, it doesn't have to be adversarial. It can be cordial like we just were right here. Thank you, Officer Santos. I appreciate that. Oh! Hold on! Hold on here. Keep your fucking hands off of him, lady. Keep your hands off of him. Hey, calm down.
Let me go ahead and get that car. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's assault. That's assault.
It is not assault.
That is assault.
Direct order and you
No,
didn't
direct order for what? For what?
She just hit me right
Yeah,
here.
right. I got it on camera too. And we're getting your fucking body camera too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Give me your card.
It's available.
Give me your card.
I said, are you asking me? And I said I would do it.
You ain't gonna fucking do that shit here.
Direct order.
No, there's no direct order. He wasn't breaking the law.
What law is that?
What law? What law?
Failing to obey a direct law.
For what? That's secondary. There has to be another cause for that.
There's no law for that.
No.
I told you to get
No, I can sit on this fucking car if I want
law
to.
for that, lady.
Get out of my face.
No,
No.
you pushed me. What the fuck?
Get
You
the fuck
assaulted
outta
me,
here.
ma'am. Supervisor.
No, yeah, I need your supervisor.
They're already on the way.
Perfect. Perfect. Can't wait for it.
Great.
Can't wait for it.
You just put your fucking
now
hands
you just
on
put
me.
your fucking
right,
shit
I
on.
did.
Unlawful.
Okay,
Right.
you can say it's
Unlawful.
unlawfully
You
all
can't
want.
tell me to do that.
No.
You can ask me.
I can tell you.
No,
yes,
you
I
can ask.
No,
What
you
law?
can't
You can
come
ask.
to my
What
door
fucking
like
law?
that.
What
lady?
law is that, lady? You don't even know your fucking laws.
I'm allowed to record.
I didn't say you couldn't
Colorado
record.
Revised Statute
The second-
16-3-1.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
were
told
hot
you
from
the
before.
second you walked up, I said you can
Walked
record.
up,
You can
I
do
was
whatever.
here.
And
He
I
was
said,
right there.
"Fine,
You walked up to
get
him.
less
Walked up on
space."
me.
Yeah.
You walked
You're
up
right.
on me.
You're right.
You
because
walked
you're right
up on me.
my
So
own.
He didn't
what?
touch me.
So what?
He didn't touch me.
I touched you because I told
Yeah,
you to get back
look,
and you did.
Yeah, because you were in your feelings. That's
If
why you
like
did
me,
it.
Just say that, okay?
Yeah.
But you don't have to put your hands on me.
No fucking way. That ain't
If I were
happening
to do
here.
that to you, I'd be in fucking handcuffs
These
right
parties are
now.
refusing
You
to get out of
assaulted
space. I
me.
need a supervisor.
How about you back up?
Yeah, absolutely. We need a supervisor because
That's
you just
right.
fucked up just now.
You fucking
Absolutely, you just fucked up. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
I hope you have her card.
No, she didn't give
you'll
it to
get my
me.
card.
Oh yeah. We'll need
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you can expect some complaints too
Yep.
now.
Fantastic.
And an
You should
internal
not have
affairs
done that.
investigation too.
That is not de-escalating. That is not de-escalating.
All these other guys, all the guys were cool. You were the one that started shit.
I'm allowed to stand next to
That's
the car.
right.
So what lawful?
No.
I'm asking.
No. What law?
Lawful? Well, you said you gave me a lawful order, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What-
so
what law?
Okay. But what I'm saying is that on what law that I can't stand next to a police vehicle? What law is that?
I told you to get off.
No. Answer the question.
I told
What
you to
law
get off
is that?
the
There is
door.
no law, lady. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why we're out here. Because
Okay.
you're fucking idiots.
Okay.
You're an
Yeah.
idiot. You just put your hands on me.
That's
Okay,
right.
I did
Literally just put
my
your hands on me.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I
that's
pushed you off the door.
100%.
I gave you direct
Unlawful.
order. and you
Unlawful.
didn't
An
follow it.
unlawful direct
Unlawful.
order. Yeah.
Okay, so if it was so lawful, how come he didn't do it? How come
he
he
was in the
didn't do
car.
it? How come? Doesn't matter.
The fuck up on outta
He
here.
knows better. Like, no, I'm not gonna fucking
Okay.
touch him. I'm not
Okay.
gonna touch him.
Okay.
Should have known better. You done fucked up, lady.
You just really
No, I
fucked
did
up.
not.
Yeah,
just
you
now.
did
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
up.
You fucked up.
You can think you didn't all you want to, but you
just
done
put your
fucked
hands
up.
on me. You just put your hands on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Okay.
put my hands on you. Oh my goodness. You
That's a
just
good one.
You royally just fucked up just now. You royally.
Can't wait for this supervisor's bullshit.
Okay.
Royally.
And of course, he's gonna back you up, but it ain't gonna work in the long run for you. I guarantee it.
Okay.
You never put your hands on a citizen that isn't breaking the law, lady.
Okay.
So if he broke a law, write him up the ticket. What's the
Okay.
ticket? What's the ticket?
Yeah.
What's
I
the
wanna know.
ticket?
Okay.
I want to know. What are you writing him up for?
Probably because I'm black.
Didn't like it, did you? Here we
Oh my
go.
Goodness, man.
Here's supervisor, I think.
So, I was waiting for the card from one of the officers. First of all, let me this officer, awesome. Okay? Totally was professional the whole entire time. Okay? I'm gonna at least say that. Okay? The other officer, yeah, a little bit, but he wasn't nothing like this. She was
He's on the other side. He gets to you like this.
Hey, officer, can I have your card?
Sir, I don't have a card. My name is Officer Ralston.
Officer
Badge
Ralston.
Number 25422. Ralston, Robert, Adam, Lincoln, Sam, Tom, Ocean, Nora.
Get out.
Now you're giving him directives to get out of the car? Wow. Hanson's britches are a little bit bigger than her stripes.
She did like this. She did like hit me in my gut right here.
Okay.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
Especially for somebody that's not breaking the law.
But if she asked you or told you to step away,
What
isn't it
law?
just a courtesy?
What law?
If you're interfering,
There's no interference.
I wasn't interfering. That's the thing. I was asking for this gentleman's card.
Okay.
And she was telling me to back away from the car. I said, there's no law. There's no law on that. I can stand right here. You know what I'm saying? But I said, if you ask me, I'll go ahead, because she was being rude about it.
What is your name?
Huh?
What is your name?
I don't give it. I don't give it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, what?
Okay. If she asks you to step away, if you're interfering,
I'm not interfering.
Can I finish? If you're interfering and she asks you to step away, then you just please step away. Okay.
If I would never interfere though.
Okay. And
Interfering is a physical act.
It's not necessarily.
Yes, it absolutely is.
100%.
It's not on
It's
speech
in the
alone.
laws. It's in the
It's not on
statutes.
speech alone. It have to be interfering. Have to be a physical act. Look it up. Even in the black law dictionary, I'm allowed to do what I'm supposed to do. Colorado revised. Hold on.
Okay.
Colorado revised 16-3-311, which says I'm allowed to report police.
And I don't have a problem with you reporting police.
I appreciate that.
She did.
What I'm saying is that I feel that you haven't said anything about her putting her hands on me. I did nothing to. She came up to me actually, and while I was right near the door, I didn't walk up to her. She came up to me, and she hit me. And you can check her body count.
Okay.
She hit me. She is not allowed to do that. She cannot do that.
Okay.
She hit me because at the end of the day, he didn't hit me. He didn't hit me.
Okay.
Not okay.
Offer
Not
a
only
card.
that, you put your partners in danger. You put your partners in danger by doing that.
Okay.
By escalating situations like that, when you could have simply de-escalated.
Okay.
That's not de-escalation.
All of the other,
I don't know what's
all of the other
Check her
officers
body
here.
camera. I got the video.
I'll check her video.
You have the video.
I got video too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And you'll see it for yourself. And it coincides with her body
She
camera.
is the only
If it's
one
not
that
redacted,
escalated
heavily
things here.
redacted.
All the other officers were calm, cool. Santos didn't like that I was questioning him, but he still kept a calm demeanor. This one was combative right from the beginning, given directives that there were no directives to give. We weren't breaking the law. We were simply recording.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, there's a number on the back. I'll give you my card. There's a number on the back if you want to file a compliment or concern.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Ain't no fucking compliment.
Yeah, there's gonna be concerns for sure.
I'm not following it. That I was assaulted.
Okay.
I was assaulted. I would like to file charges on her.
Okay. When Aurora comes to take the guy, is he still here?
No, he was out.
Okay. So if you'd like to request the Aurora Police Department to respond, then you can
Do what you
talk
need to
with the
do,
Aurora Police.
but
No, you need
this
to do what
person-
you need to do. If you want to call, I think Aurora's done, right?
You're law enforcement officer, and you're not enforcing the law here. So you're gonna be just as guilty if you don't put her in fucking handcuffs right now.
Okay, this is the city of Aurora, so we'll call it. We've got the city of Aurora.
Well, you're here now, officer.
Okay, I work for RTD Transit Police.
You're still police. You're law enforcement. So enforce the laws. One of your officers just put her hands on a citizen unlawfully.
Wait for Aurora Police Department to come. Okay.
That's right.
So this is where the blue line comes in? Is that where that what we're doing right now?
No, it's an independent.
Because I'm really
agency.
feeling like there's a cover up.
It's an independent agency doing their investigation. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll have a conversation with your chief as well.
Okay.
And we also have a meeting with the Aurora chief of police, so we'll discuss this with her as well.
Okay.
So don't cover up.
Don't delete those body cams. Don't edit those body cams.
That body cam, because we're gonna request it.
We follow rules. Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
No, you don't follow the rules. You don't follow the law, clearly. It's an officer that just assaulted a citizen, and you're not taking her in handcuffs
Sir,
right
I
now.
told you what's going to happen. Okay. I mean, you seem a little more calm there. Okay. So we've got the city of Aurora Police Department coming to look into it. Okay.
Good.
But you didn't even say. You know what? That could have been handled different.
I haven't. I'm only getting one side of the story.
She'll tell you. She's admitting it on camera.
Okay.
Ma'am, did you not put your hands on me?
There you go.
She
There it
said
is. There's the admission, and he still won't put her in handcuffs. The fucking she's gonna get somebody killed, and it's gonna be on your shoulders, Sergeant. It's gonna be on your shoulders, not hers. She's gonna get one of her partners or a citizen killed. Mark my words. She is gonna get somebody killed.
She just said she put her hands on. So you're not gonna. Wow. And you're in leadership.
You might lose those stripes there, Sergeant. I think you should take those stripes off right now and give them to Butler here. All because a little officer decided to get her butthurt feelings involved. I didn't bring my butthurt cream, Hanson. Your fifis got hurt. That's what happened. Your ego needs to be checked at the door when you do this job. You better expect people to be watching you.
Would you at least like to apologize for putting your hands on?
No apology. Well,
I'm no longer going to speak to you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm no longer
Oh, now you want to be. But it's funny how now you want to be quiet, but you didn't have an issue with putting your hands in. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This lady right here is going to get another officer killed or a citizen killed because of her ego.
She gonna shoot somebody.
Mark my words. You're going to get somebody killed one day, officer.
And I hope y'all.
And look at these faces around you, because it could be one of these guys that die because of you, because of your ego.
Please don't come up to me. I'm just gonna.
I can go there if I want to. Don't try to give me directives. I'm going to go there if I want to go there. It's not against the law. Get in your car. Shut up. It's the best option for you. I'm telling you right now. You want to do the same thing to me?
No.
You're going to do the same thing to me?
I'm not gonna walk up.
You're
on
going to
the
do the
car
same
for
thing to
officer
me?
Safety.
Hey!
I am.
She just did it again. She just did it again. She just did it again.
Get away from the
Now
door.
you got 2 assault charges on you, lady.
Then stay
I can be. I can be by the door. I can walk.
No, it's
Are you
not
obstructing?
the
Are you
issue.
obstructing my A to B?
Yes, you
You're
can go
obstructing.
around.
You are obstructing now.
Go around.
So can you go back up?
around.
She just pushed him.
She just did it
Because I
again.
asked you to go and then go
She just did it again.
You guys, I talked to my commander. You got the complaint 9. We're gonna leave. You can call it.
Oh, look at this coward.
Okay?
Look at this coward. You're a fucking coward, Sergeant. She just did it again. Go on. Get out of here, doggy. Get on out of here. What are you going to do? You're going to do the same thing to me,
Don't
too?
walk up on us, man. I don't know why you're asking for this. Just go.
I'm asking for it. I'm walking from
Just
point A to
go.
point B.
Let me
Why
get
don't
on-
you
let us
go?
get in our cars and leave.
Open the door and get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to walk right on through once you're out. Once you're inside that vehicle. So don't back up into me.
She's the
Look at this. I'm right here. I'm right here. Look at this. I'm right here. Look at you shaking. You're shaking, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck off. This guy is a complete coward. I have no idea why you got your stripes.
To make a complaint.
I thought you said a warrant was
I thought you said a warrant
was coming. I told you. I talked with my commander. Told him what was going on, and he said that file a complaint and he will look into it. They will
Yeah,
investigate.
right.
Where is your address on?
Don't run into us, you piece of shit.
Well, if she obviously put her hands on me and him. So if I would
Sergeant.
if I would have smacked the shit out of her,
All right.
then it would have
Call
been
that
a
number
problem.
on the back and file your complaint. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
So
get
if I
out of
would-
here,
so
you
if I
fucking
would've- if I
worthless.
would've smacked-
Qualified immunity may protect paychecks, but it can't erase video. When an officer invents obstruction, keep filming, cite the statute, and demand a supervisor on record. Shoving a citizen is assault. Walking away is complicity. Shine light file complaints push for personal liability. That's how bad badges lose their cover.